Hi, Dana. David Moore with USA Today. Do you think that there was a disrespect to the Pac-12 on some of the, not just yours, but the seedings and the draws and the travel that came out of the schedule?
No, it's an inexact science. I'm sure that they crunched the numbers, whatever they came up with. It is what it is. You get to this time of the year, you're going to face good teams. Travel's part of college basketball throughout the season, especially where we're located. So it's not that big a deal. You just got to go play the games. We're going to play a very good basketball team in Oklahoma State, but it's a tremendous opportunity. And, we've got to go win basketball games. That's what it all boils down to.
Other questions? Yes, sir. Second row.
Dana, Bob Berry, NBC Oklahoma City. Obviously, big win in the Pac-12 tournament. And can you kind of take us through the season and then say, is this the most confident your team's been all year coming off that into this event?
Bob, we started off tremendously. We were 17-2, and we were really playing well. It's one of those things where I didn't say much to the team because I just wanted to leave them alone and let them keep growing. And we were playing very, very well. And then Dominic Artis, our freshman point guard, went down. And we went through a period there where defensively we really improved and we stayed steady on the boards, but we went 5-4. Lost 3 games on last-second shots, so it was really tough. But the guys bounced back, and DA has slowly come back. But he's put tremendous pressure on himself, and I keep telling him it's a lot different for a freshman to come back after 5 or 6 weeks off than it would be for a junior or senior. He doesn't have any experience to draw from. He's never been injured, so it's been really tough on him, and at times he struggled with coming back. But I think he and Johnny together, Johnny's growth during that period where he took over for Dominic, those two guys together are playing pretty well. We were on our heels the last weekend of the season. We were going for the regular season championship, and we didn't handle that very well. And we didn't play well on the road the last 2 games. But the conference tournament, we were aggressive offensively, we were aggressive defensively, and we were pretty good on the boards. And so we're playing pretty good. Our guys feel pretty good about themselves. Again, we know that Oklahoma State presents a tremendous challenge for us, but we feel like we're playing pretty good basketball, and now it's just a matter of carrying that from the conference tournament over to the NCAA tournament.
Fourth row, gentleman in the middle there.
Barry Trammell with the Oklahoman. Dana, Marcus Smart gets most of the headlines for Oklahoma State, but can you talk about Markel Brown and how important he is to the squad?
Barry, they are a 1-2 punch that is really going to give us problems. Defensively, we're going to have to be on the top of our game. Brown can explode like he has in a number of games and just take over the game. Marcus deserves a lot of the credit. He sets up all the guys on the team. He makes everybody a little bit better. You have to pay so much attention to him that he makes everybody a little bit better. And that's what good point guards do. They stir the drink, and he does a tremendous job of doing that. But Brown can take over a game. His athleticism is really good. His mid-range game, I like the way he puts the ball on the deck and gets to any spot on the court to create himself a shot, which is something that every coach looks for, a guy who can create his own shot, and mid-range game, he can shoot the 3, can get all the way to the basket, tremendous athlete. So he'll be a big challenge for us. That backcourt, Smart, Brown, and then Forte off the bench, those 3 guys, and they really complement each other very well. One's a tremendous shooter, one's got the mid-range game, and Smart makes them all a little bit better by his penetration and the fact that he's just physically imposing at 6'4", 220, 25 pounds. He just physically can take games over.
Second row in the middle here.
Hi, Rick Eimer with the Associated Press. Just wondered about, you haven't played in this arena, but you've been in the area before, and if that is a level of comfort for you guys.
I don't know. It was a short trip. that helps a little bit at this time of the year. We just, we came off those 3 games Saturday. I was hoping we wouldn't play until Friday, just to give us an extra day. But, being close and not having a lot of travel, we were able to charter down here, which really helped. And, so it's, we haven't played in this arena. I'm anxious to get on the floor. I haven't been here. I'm hoping that we're in their area. We've got some alumni in the area that, the Ducks will come out and we'll have a little support.
Second row here.
Jake Sivan, KEZI. Dana, Marcus Smart obviously has a lot of size on both Dominic and Jonathan. What are the keys for them to be able to defend him when they're matched up with him?
DA and Johnny are both real competitive young men, and so they'll battle. We're going to have to give some help, though. They're just undersized compared to Marcus, but that's probably every point guard in the country. So they're going to have to do a great job. They're going to have to, give him as much problems away from the basket. Johnny's really quick. I think DA's quick. So I think they're going to have to use their quickness to try to keep him away from the basket as much as possible. But we're going to have to give help. We're going to know that they run some things to post him up. They do a lot of different things for him, and we're going to have to give some help. There's no doubt about it. He's bigger and stronger.
Fourth row.
Anthony Slater, Oklahoma. You've had some turnover issues this year. Do you expect them to press more than they usually do?
Don't know. Our turnovers haven't come in pressing situations. They've come in the half court. So it's been an equal opportunity for us. Our postmen turn it over, or, everybody turns it over. So, if they press more, that's fine. We're used to the press. We haven't pressed as much lately. When DA, early in the season, we pressed a lot. When DA went down and our depth at the guard spots went down, we kind of got away from the press and became more of a half-court defensive team. But now that DA's back, we've tried to press a little bit in the conference tournament. I think we'll probably press a little bit. They'll press us. So it doesn't matter. The full court game suits us pretty good. So and it suits Oklahoma State. Both of us want to get up and down. It should be an entertaining game.
John Wilmer, Mercury News. Can I ask you about 2 teams you know a little bit about? What you think of the Cal-UNLV game?
Well, it's interesting that they're playing again in the first round. They had a tremendous game early in the year. We were able to go to Vegas and win a close game. And talk about close games, Cal hit 2 shots at the buzzer to beat us both times. So, or in the last seconds. It's going to be a good game. Crab and Cobb are tremendous competitors and awfully good. I think Cal's inside game has come along since then. Birch is an addition to UNLV. So I think they're both better than they were in December when they played. So I think it'll be a great game. Crab and Cobb are such a big part of Cal's team. Getting those guys under control is essential to beating them. And Vegas is, they just got a lot of players and big players. And Anthony Bennett is special. We spent a lot of time chasing him around last year, and he's proven to everybody he's a special player. So.
Other questions? Let's go back to the fourth row, work our way forward.
Yeah, Dana, it's been a long time, but you had some great battles against Oklahoma State in the early 90s. What do you remember about those games when you were at K-State and Eddie was in Stillwater?
Well, I usually remember Eddie Sutton's team kicking our ass. That's what I usually remember. Eddie was unbelievable to me. I was a very young coach at the time, and he was really good to me. Not on the court, but off the court. He had some really good teams. We got him once up there in a game that we trailed the whole thing and ended up getting them. But for the most part, they were better than us. They were bigger, more physical, and got the better of us. So my memories of Oklahoma State aren't very good, but as I mentioned, Eddie was really good. I was 30, 31 years old, and you know, he could have big-timed me pretty good, and he never did. He was always very sincere and has kept in touch, and was very, very good to me.
We'll take two more questions. Third row.
Bob Clark, the Register guy. Dana, when you became coach, you kind of reopened Oregon recruiting in Northern California or the Bay Area. Can you talk about how important this area is to your program recruiting-wise? And is there a gain being in the area for the NC2A, not just a regular season game?
You know, it's a big area to us, Bob, because it's close, and it's you know, really good basketball area. Some AAU programs, the Soldiers, and just good basketball in this area. So it's close, tremendous talent, you know, a populated area that you know, we've got to get into. So it is an important area for us. There's no doubt about it. DA coming home, you know, I feel good for him, and he's excited about it. So, you know, we just need to continue to recruit this area. It's a very important area for us, and you know, hopefully, you know, it'll go our way. DA is a big part of that, and hopefully it'll continue.
Final question, second row here.
Jake Zivin, KEZI. Dana, your guys haven't been on this stage. They haven't been to the tournament. You have, obviously, as a coach. So what do you tell them about how to handle it? Arsalan was saying that he thought in the beginning of the championship game they were a little too amped up. How do you tell them to deal with what's going to come tomorrow?
I think, you know, the biggest concern is guys trying to change and do too much. You know, they're so excited about playing, they just try to do too much. You know, hopefully our guys will settle down. The first, you know, 8 minutes is going to be important for us. You know, we need to settle down. I'm not sure Oklahoma State hadn't been in a couple years either. You know, so both of our teams will be pretty excited about playing, and that first 4-minute segment, the second 4-minute segment, is going to be important for us. 2 freshmen starting in the backcourt, and a front line that's got experience but not NCAA experience. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see how we calm down and settle down and get off to a good start, hopefully, and everybody just play within themselves, and you know, we've had success with everybody having a certain role, just staying with that and not trying to do too much.